The Refusal War of 3057 was a time of great strife for the clans. Clan Wolf and Clan Jade Falcon were at each other's throats, ripping each other's forces and personnel to shreds and expending every drop of blood they had to offer in an attempt to reignite their grand invasion of the Inner Sphere. In the end, Clan Wolf was destroyed, split into the disparate Crusader and Warden clans. Clan Jade Falcon, however, came the closest to winning the conflict, though they had little to celebrate as nearly all of their forces were heavily damaged or completely annihilated in the bloody War of Refusal. As a result of this devastation, the Jade Falcon Khan, Martha Pride, ordered the rebuilding of their clan's assets. However, instead of completely inventing new omnimechs to replace their fallen, they instead opted to retool their factories, building off the chassis of old. While this is far from an unusual practice for the Inner Sphere, to the clans this was relatively unheard of. With the desire to excel in all arenas, the willingness of the clans to recycle even blueprints in such a manner showed just how damaged they had become from their near decade of continuous war amongst themselves and the Inner Sphere. One of the first modified designs was the Adder. The Adder, a 35-ton light omnimech, was versatile but overall relatively niche, even with its typical omnipod configurations. The clan techs kept most of the lower body, the legs being functionally identical to the Adder, and heavily modified the torso beyond the point of recognition. Though cost-effective and overall sturdy, this design partially backfires when it comes to the literal balance of the machine. The wider torso makes this new mech top-heavy and more prone to capitulating when unexpected or extreme force is applied. Once their modifications were complete, the clan techs had created something special. Slower, less armored, but far more heavily armed, the Cougar was born. Exiting clan factories in 3058, the Cougar is the same weight of its father design at 35 tons. The Cougar stands approximately 7.5 meters in height, shorter than many light mechs, but also far wider. Its top speed is 86 kilometers per hour, 53.4 miles an hour, powered by a Class 175 extra light engine. Slow for a light mech, but adequate for most assignments. 10 double heatsinks keep the mech relatively cool, though its heavy weapons loadout can easily overwhelm this system if abused. As with all omnimechs, the Cougar is easily customizable through the use of a pod system, in which various weapon systems, equipment, and even limbs can be easily interchanged within hours if not minutes, compared to the laborious days mech customization often takes in an Inner Sphere mech bay. The Cougar Prime being the universal nomenclature the clans use as an equivalent to stock configuration, has a loadout of 2 large pulse lasers and 2 long-range missile launchers, 10 tubes each. The Cougar A carries a pair of upgraded LRM-20s with Artemis fire control systems, twin extended-range medium lasers in the arms, and a small pulse laser in the torso round out this loadout. The Cougar B wields a pair of particle cannons, 1 in each arm, and a single extended-range standard laser in the torso. This is the closest preset configuration to the Adder Prime and is typically used to mimic that omnimech's functionality. The C configuration is defined primarily by its massive Gauss rifle, capable of firing a slug of ferrous nickel-iron alloy at hypersonic speeds. The long reload time and fragile volatility of the Gauss rifle itself are offset by a quartet of medium lasers, all powered and focused for extended ranges, of course. The D configuration wields a mismatched, extended-range large laser and a heavy Class 10 ultra-auto cannon, making it similar to a miniature Thor, or Summoner if you prefer. Twin short-range missile launchers, 4 launch tubes each, supplement these armaments. As usual, there are many different configurations aside from these few that I have just mentioned. Even in the clans, a mech tech isn't doing their job properly if they don't tinker with something. Notable pilots of the Cougar include up-and-coming Wolf Dragoons mech warrior Captain... mech warrior. Is that a typo? Did someone get the records wrong? Did his parents not love him? Is that what they really called him? That's what they really called him. Okay. Mech warrior, mech warrior. You know, I managed to score a Cougar once when I was working on Solaris. Or so I thought. By the time I sobered up, it turned out she was more of an urban mech. Anyways, that's about it for the Cougar. This has been Ian, signing off.